name's Daniel Brown. I'm glad you could be here today. Today we're going to discuss retail management, the positions in retail management, and how your example can help further the kingdom of God. Not overtly, you aren't going to go in there and preach, but through your example you can teach other people a better way to live. Becoming an adult is more than just the accumulation of years. You know many old people that act like young people. You know young people as young as 18 perhaps that act as though they're far older. It's about the maturity in their disposition. It's how they apply themselves to how they present themselves, I guess. Part of this retail management job is that the job is hard. The job is long and arduous. The job is never ending. It's always going to be there. It will never be finished. And by this, I mean that the shelves will be emptied, the customers will be angry all the time, then the shelves will be full and the customers will be happy. They'll treat you nice, they'll treat you bad. And all this is fine. It's about how you present yourselves in front of the people that work for you. Taking into this stark reality that the job never ends and that your position is infinitely more replaceable every year. Why do we work? We work for our families. We work for possessions, but our main motivation would be our families. A lot of us go to jobs that we don't like. We go to jobs that we don't like because we have goals that we need to attain. We have bills and kids that we need to feed. There are higher callings, but there's no reason to be miserable in your job as long as you understand why you're there and what you're doing. What I would ask is that next time you go to your job and you do focus on the realization that it never ends and that you are replaceable, that you take your stand there instead of pushing it off years down the road, hoping for something better, saying that retirement is your goal, because retirement's not your goal. What are you going to do after you retire? Die? I've been in Afghanistan, I've been in London, I've been in Cuba. I've been a police officer for 3 years, and now I'm in the world of retail management. During this time, I've been able to get to this point where I'm 2 weeks away from attaining my bachelor's degree. I took that time out of my already busy schedule to achieve something more because I understood that there's more to life than just my job. Focusing on just my job and making the job my life is absolutely pointless. And that's just a practical reality of my life. I've worked with murderers, self-glorifying tyrants, and relentless capitalists, and all these are horrifying people. All of them have made their job their life. So, seeing how they've done that, I would urge anybody to look at the facts of the situation and avoid this for themselves. So, in your job, work with patience and demonstrate this. Use self-discipline, because a life without self-discipline is a horrendous life that's going to go in a million different ways. None of them satisfying, never coming to a goal. The end goal is now, and the end goal is your satisfaction. The end goal is not retirement, I'll say again. Retail sales are projected to grow by 18% or 13% by the year 2018 due to the availability of more products, more ways of marketing your products, more people out there buying it. So it's a growing industry. The mean earned salary is $40,000 a year. Taking into account all the people that slack and work less and all the people that sacrifice everything in their lives that work more, $40,000 is a pretty easy target to hit. So it's a rather lucrative industry, but one that can bring you to the end of your rope very quickly because it drags on and on forever. Dave Ramsey, through self-discipline, has been able to market himself properly in the retail industry because he is selling his own product and he's selling himself. If he didn't follow his own example in his own life, then the words that he stated to others to follow would mean absolutely nothing. IKEA, another large, well-known retail company, has stated very clearly that their job is never done. They were speaking about environmental controls, but if their environmental controls are never done, then it only leads you to believe that they consider their job never done as well. And that's a mature stance for them to take, for them to say. I hope that people below the CEO and IKEA understand what this means. The positive controlled response of you in your position under arduous and harsh conditions is going to display to your younger workers what they need to attain in life. They're going to wonder what's different about you in this position where the job never ends and you can work as long and hard as you want. Having this disposition is going to help them see what's real, see what's good. They're going to ask you why. You can explain to them that there's nothing better in life than to eat, drink, and be happy, to find joy in your toil, because the toil is really all you have. You work for something, which is happiness. Joy is of the Lord. So, having joy in your work is something that you desperately need. And you need to have a clear view of exactly what you're doing in this world to properly understand your position and move on from there, which is going to help the people below you move on from there, which is in turn, if you embrace the kingdom of God, going to expand the kingdom of God in a positive manner. Thank you for your time today. I'm glad you came, and I hope that this short presentation has assisted you in attaining happiness and joy in your own life.
Yay!